work in privilege. And I think our collective really formed because we wanted to break down the institutional barriers to having art make an impact out in communities.
So much about the kind of ongoing movement for social justice and racial justice is about decentering a singular point of view, prioritizing the idea that no one person's perspective is more important than anyone else's, but all of those perspectives, when taken into account, is the project.
I'm a member of the Related Tactics Collective, working on the project Future Now. We are at the 4900 block of 3rd Street in Bayview in San Francisco. This poster project, it's a series of poetic statements, aspirational statements, statements of the moment, statements that are of our time.
The current political moment played a huge role in the creation of the Future Now, probably more so than any project we've ever done.
Posters and printmaking have this long history of political education, mobilizing, being a part of popular education, sort of hand in hand with the way that we like to use text as part of our artistic process of engagement. It's really about these tools and these platforms that have been used throughout history to engage in popular education, to challenge power. There's actually a specific market that's one of the sites here, Kennedy Market, that has this bright pink exterior, and there's a wall that often has bougainvillea crawling down it and blooming, and so we took a lot of inspiration from that color palette of bougainvillea and that vibrancy.
And I hope that when people come down here and see this, they meet and talk to all of the really incredible, beautiful, wonderful people here. This is one of the best communities where people know each other. People actually talk to one another. They know their neighbors.
During these times, it's really important to come together. It's an important time for us to take a stance on who we are and what we're about. And if community can't build itself, then who can we rely on? I mean, the most important thing really is to help each other out, to understand the differences, and just be okay with who you are and who they are. Just that simple.
Bayview, I love Bayview because I've been out here since 1959.
These posters take on an instructional framework that ask viewers and passersby within the community to take into account and think deeply about the experiences of Black lives within the Bayview neighborhood, looking at histories of racial trauma, thinking about ongoing movements and movement building for social justice, but then also taking into account experiences of radical imagination and joy also happening simultaneously within these communities.
They can walk down the sidewalk, and this work is, I think, as impactful as anything that you would find in a gallery.
I hope that people, however they're encountering it, get a chance to sit with the statements, to reflect on them, that this really is a project that's about asking people to take a minute.
One of the things that we really focus on in our work with Related Tactics is dissemination, working outside of institutions as well as inside institutions, whether we're talking about critique, schools or galleries or the art world, or if we're dealing with institutional racism and criminal justice systems and things like that, things that really determine the landscape of neighborhoods. I think it's important to pull work out of those galleries, and specifically in this time right now of COVID, it's important to have work not only that's accessible by communities, but viewable from the sidewalk.
A lot of institutions right now, they're thinking about what it means to think about museums without walls and try to expand out more to meet people where they are. And I've had personal projects canceled. There's a lot of institutions who've had to either cancel shows or push them that indefinitely. And so the fact that Thacher has really been willing to dive in and been willing to not only have some of the exhibition online, but to take on this new project out in the neighborhood across town from campus is actually quite bold. In terms of Astria's support for us, Astria has been immeasurably valuable thought partner and advocate for us. She's the one who believed in our work and wanted to support us through a survey show.
The work is in progress, so it's almost like the work being up is a prompt for people to read, engage, meditate, but also interact. The show is a marker of time, But the next marker is upon us right now. So no, this isn't done. Not for us and not for the community.